Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, my name is Adam and this is Adam FPL, and welcome to the Game Week 12 review. And finally, for the first time, probably since I've started doing this YouTube series, I've had a good week. The average points for this week was 48. I went and got 75. I didn't make any transfers this week, so there was no points deductions or anything like that to worry about. And yeah, let's see where it went right this week. It's nice to be doing a video, and it's nice to have a good rank, and it's nice to go up in the rankings. We'll start off in goal. Nick Pope got 9 points, absolutely brilliant. He made 4 saves, and he also got 2 bonus points, absolutely perfect. No complaints, happy with that. And I did say last week that the next 3 fixtures were favourable, and that was West Ham this week, which they passed with flying colours, Watford and Crystal Palace, and I'm going to keep him for those 3 fixtures because this is the sort of stuff I expect from him. Then we go into the defence. The player that I was contemplating not playing, thankfully I did play him, and I ended up benching Callum Wilson, my attacking asset, and starting Soyuncu, and I'm so happy I did that. He came back with 8 points. He got a clean sheet, and just to top it off, he also got 2 bonus points. And in hindsight, that was a very good decision on my part. Then we have Chelsea, Tamori. He came back with a clean sheet as well. Maybe a bit fortunate, Crystal Palace did have some chances. However, he also got the 3 bonus points, which is vital. Then we have Lonnie Lundstrom. I think he hit the bar. I want to say that. He was a bit unlucky at times in the game. 2 points for playing 90 minutes. I'm not too concerned there. Away to Tottenham. Then we have Rico. Bournemouth were quite poor against Newcastle. He ended up also getting taken off after 65 minutes, which could be a concern. So I'm not too sure about that right now. Then we have my Man City assets, and this is the only game I've watched this weekend, which is Liverpool-Man City. Sterling and De Bruyne. I think they were a bit unlucky. I thought probably they were 2 of City's better players, I would say, in the game. Failed to come with any attacking returns, but I'm not too concerned. The main thing was, elsewhere in my team it made up, so it wasn't too bad. I don't expect every single player in my game week to be getting returns, so I'm not too concerned about that. However, they do have a bit of a tough run. Chelsea at home is not an easy game. Newcastle and Burnley away, they're not easy. You wouldn't say they're gonna smash them 4-5-0. You couldn't guarantee that. Then we have Sadio Mane. He nicked a goal. Disappointing that he didn't come away with any bonus points, but still a goal against Manchester City at home, that's good enough for me. Mason Mount only came back with the clean sheet, and it's his midfield partner Pulisic who seems to be taking the headlines at the moment. Definitely a player I'm thinking about, and somebody in my watch list. We'll get onto that in a little bit. Then we have the main man himself, and for the first time, I swear this must be, it's probably the second time this season in 12 game weeks that I've got my captain choice right, and that's Jamie Vardy. He was exceptional against Arsenal. Again, I've only watched 2 games this week, which was Man City, Liverpool, and Leicester, Arsenal. He came back with a goal, an assist, and 3 bonus points. Absolutely perfect. No problems there. He really is a stud, is Jamie Vardy. And very happy with the returns there. 24 points from my captain. I'm so accustomed to 4 or 6 points. To get 24 points from my captain is very satisfying. Then we have Tammy Abraham. He came back with a goal and also got 2 bonus points. No complaints there. Happy with that. On the bench, Callum Wilson. I'm glad I dropped him. We'll get into plans about him in a bit. Cantwell, 1 point, and Diop 1 point. I was never going to start either of them, so it's worked out really well, and it's also seen my rank increase, should I say, by 600,000 places from 1.58 million or whatever I was on to 900k, which is brilliant going into the international break. Hopefully onwards and upwards from here. So we'll do the preview after the international break, because I'm sure something will change. You know, there might be an injury or whatever, but at the moment I'll show you my potential long-term transfer plans going into this week. So the only players that I would say I'm concerned about, or I wouldn't say I'm concerned about, but I would say players that I'm considering taking out for better alternatives would be Diop. I think Diop has to go. I think that's a given, more or less. Cantwell, possibly I might go 5 in midfield. That's a possibility. I'll get into that in a second. Maybe Sterling or De Bruyne. I'm not too sure. I don't like City's next 4, to be honest. Next 5 even. I'm not really. I don't think I need 2 City midfielders. I think I could invest that elsewhere. And then last but not least, Callum Wilson. But yeah, so I've got 2 transfers this week because I saved my transfer. So it will be Callum Wilson going this week. That's a given. So my first option is I take out Callum Wilson and I also take out Diop. Let's go to my watch list here. I've got my watch list here on the right. So it's either take out Callum Wilson, go cheap on a cheaper striker. So we have 3 cheap strikers here. First of all, Jordan Ayew at 5.1. He has a good run of fixtures coming up. Could be a decent bench player to have. Lys Mousset at 5 million. Again, he's hit a bit of form recently. Could be a decent player to have playing for Sheffield United. Again, similar to Ayew, a decent run of fixtures coming up. O'Connelly simply for that bench fodder. And I think he'd be a good player to have. 4.7 million. He's probably the cheapest player at the moment playing. So I think it would be Connolly. He does have a tough run, but he's going to be someone who's going to be on my bench. So I'm not too concerned about that. So what it would be Connolly. I think most likely. He's the most likely option out of these 3 strikers. Then if I do take out Diop, the defender that would be coming in, and I think I'm 90% sure I'd be going with this guy, and that'd be Andy Robertson. He did also get an assist this week, and I do expect his price to possibly bump up even further. So that would be the plan. It's either go cheap on my striker and invest in the defense, or alternatively, this is the other option, I can take out Cantwell and go big on my midfield. Now I have 3 midfielders here that I'm considering. First of all, James Maddison, to double up on that Leicester assets coming with their fixtures coming up. Got a goal against Arsenal, looked pretty decent. Second one is Pulisic. That would mean I'm going triple Chelsea. It's probably not the worst thing, to be honest. He's been looking decent in recent weeks. Again, also got good fixtures coming up. Maybe a bit more of a risk going triple Chelsea. And then last but not least, Anthony Martial, who's also hit a bit of form and has come back from injury. The only problem I have with Martial is I don't like United personally, and I don't like to have United players because I don't trust them, to be honest. But that's the options right now. So I could do that. Let's say I did go James Maddison. So it's either go 5. It's going to be downgrade Wilson to go 5 in midfield, or bring in a Liverpool defender. And Liverpool, I think they've got a good run coming up now. Yes, they don't play in 18, but I'm not too concerned about that. The main thing is the points coming up in the next couple of weeks. But yeah, that would be the option. Or alternatively, I could simply change Callum Wilson and make a like-for-like swap to Raul Jimenez, who's got a decent run coming up. Also scored this week against Aston Villa. So that's the potential transfer plans. Right now, I'll leave it as it is. We'll do the preview video next week. I'll have a better idea of what I'm going to be doing. And this has been Adam FPL. Until next time, peace!